Good night, everybody. The trend nowadays is to make everything simpler. But in medical field, simple is not enough. You need specialized and cost-efficient devices. For example, this button here in the picture is hooked to a wall and does one single task to communicate and alert medical personnel. That button costs $2,700, and that is without system or software. And you don't even want to know with installation costs.
Our solution is a seamless IoT platform that solves for communication and also gives data analytics to medical providers. We have three main components in this system. One is the wireless panic button, the voice assistant, and a computer vision device, all capable of sending notifications to our web app. Then, the voice assistant, well, is like an Alexa device. You can ask for the time, the place, and even medical information. But we have to make a differentiation here. We have emergency issues and non-emergency issues. The important ones, well, we can solve for emergency issues, but the important one and our bread and butter are the non-emergency issues, because this is the workload of nurses and medical professionals all around, which are our most expensive and valuable assets. Then we have the computer vision device. Well, this gives us a wealth of information about and data about, and we can then turn it into machine learning models to provide medical professionals and medical providers with these models and data and valuable insights on it. About this, we want to attack key areas in the hospital so that we might provide insights and also try and solve fatal medical issues before they happen. Then we go from a very simple do one thing button to a wealth of services and for a lot less cost. So we have an amazing traction. We have been accepted into 2 hospitals to test this device. We have a working prototype that we have been testing there. These 2 hospitals are AngelHack's and San Jose, both in Mexico, which is our test bed because it's so easy for us to access to, and then we'll go further.
Our business model is simple. We have 3 avenues for revenue. The first one, we sell the hardware, cheapest in the market. The second and the third one is our platform as a service that has a year annual subscription and the data that we will sell to providers. Our team is very complete. We have 4 engineers going from business, IoT to medical healthcare. Our projection and our roadmap is very ambitious. As you heard, we have already 2 pilots running, and we have 3 more coming up next month. We want to raise money so we can reach 5 hospitals at the end of this year and 20 more the next one.
Help us disrupt the medical industry. Thank you, and we are up for your questions.
Great job, guys. My first impression is that you're trying to do a lot. You have the hardware component, the software component, the analytics component. You have you're focused on IoT, on computer vision. Where do you feel like the leverage point is? Like, what's the real competitive advantage that you can develop a core competency in?
Computer vision, absolutely, because we can generate a wealth of information with that and, well, attack the problems before they happen. And yes, the devices are really just our entry point. We just want the data and to do analysis on it. And that's a real power play.
Speaking of computer vision, could you talk a little bit more about how would you deal with competitors? And in medical field, there are a lot of rules, at least in US, there's HIPAA and others. How do you handle that?
Yeah, there are many competitors. For example, Rowland is one of the brands most recognized in Mexico. It's so expensive that hospitals cannot afford to have those ones. And the ones they have, it's so complex for them that they cannot be used. We asked nurses back in Mexico what happened with the buttons they have, and she said, we are not using it because first, it's not hooked to anything, and the software is not used. Also, we ask in other hospitals that don't have the device and to a nurse how they attend the patients, and she said yelling is the first way. The higher scream, we attend those.
Just a quick follow-up. So are you focusing outside of US because regulations will matter quite a bit in this?
Firstly, yes, but I mean, we have several connections also in the US, so we can attend to those and think of the regulations further. It is not a medical device, really, so the regulations don't hit us as hard.